Unfortunately, no good transfer news for Brazilians.
So let's go to the biggest transfers or rumors of the day. It's all about the money. All right, to start off, talking about international transfers like I promised. A couple interesting things pulled up today as Cuadrado from Chelsea, also known as the player in Colombia, is speculated to be on Juventus. Now, there is no negotiation going on. It is not a rumor either. Juventus have actually confirmed interest on the player today, so we're not going to know if they're going to move on, take that next step, and actually put in an offer for him. But they are definitely interested in Cuadrado. We have an interesting transfer here. Brazilian goalie from Fiorentina, Neto, signed with Juventus. Now, I really can't see the benefit of that unless Buffon is thinking of retiring or leaving the game, because I really don't see even a chance of a number one spot unless Juventus is going to be doing some type of rotation this type of year, have Buffon play less games due to his age. Otherwise, I really don't even see how that could benefit Neto in any way by leaving a club like Fiorentina, which is like a mid-class club, and going to Juventus. However, he might be setting a structure for his future at the club. We do have Lucas Podolski from Inter Milan. Didn't seem like really it lasted too long at Inter Milan. Really not that much success, so he is actually on his way negotiating and basically almost set in stone to Galatasaray in Turkey. That seems like a good move for him. Turkey, they're trying to make some big signs, draw some attention over. Now, here's one that will impact a lot of Brazilian fans. There is a rumor, and I say rumor, not interest, on Willian from Chelsea maybe going to Juventus. Now, Juventus speculating on Oscar from Chelsea. Now they want Willian. They're trying Diego Costa. So I don't know what's going on there. But they're also speculating on Willian. Here's some news that's been out for about a week now. As we all know, Falcao Garcia left Manchester United, went back to Monaco. Monaco went ahead and loaned him again. Now he's going to Chelsea, and that's a done deal, set in stone. So it kind of puts a question mark there on what's going to happen with Diego Costa. But again, Falcao Garcia isn't in the best of shapes after he had his knee injury and came back, and we all saw in Copa America what happened. Now here's an interesting one for all the Brazilian fans out there. It's sad to say this, but there's also a positive side. Luis Adriano from Shakhtar Donetsk has signed with Milan. Now, he's still young. He has proven to be a goal scorer at Shakhtar Donetsk. If he goes to Milan and just blows it up, then we'll at least have a decent player for the Seleção. So I'm interested to see how he's going to do. We have Espanyol right or left back. I've seen him play in both positions, so which is Lucas Velasquez that's signed with Real Madrid. I guess that's more of a sub position. And then we have Montoya also leaving Barcelona on his way to Inter Milan. Again, the Italian transfer market boiling hot. They're bringing in these players. They're trying to make an impression. They didn't have such a hot season last time around. Now, Pirlo, what I have heard is that from the Italian media, from the Brazilian media, from the US media, read a couple of things on websites, he's basically set in stone with New York City. As a player that's basically just retired, but he's still playing football. So where do you go when you're retiring? You go to the United States. Why? Because of all the glamour, because of the money, and because it's a retiring league. I mean, you come to the United States, and I mean, I love the US. I am here, and I would love to see these players play right here in my backyard. But nowadays, players like David Villa, Kaká, Gerrard, Pirlo, and it's just going to increase within the years. This is going to be known as the retiring league. So that's another good signing for the MLS. We have Zenko from Manchester City negotiating, and all he needs to do is put pen to paper with Roma. Yes, he is trading Manchester City for Roma. Yeah, Zenko! Great stuff. Manchester United all the way. To all your Manchester City fans out there, I respect you. He's doing a great move. I think that Roma has a very young team, and they don't have a striker with his characteristics, which would be interesting to see over there. Now, Miranda signed with Inter Milan. I'm seeing like a new era again for Inter Milan, for Milan. I really expect great things from these teams this season. They're not going and making these drastic, crazy signings, but they're making perfect, pinpointed transfers, actually, which are building up to be a pretty solid team. Not a galactic team, but a pretty solid team for this season. So I'm interested to see what's gonna come out of that. And then to go into our last page of transfers today, Arda Turan is negotiating currently with Manchester United, as well as negotiating with Barcelona. Now, the Spanish media says that he is basically done, set in stone, just needs to put pen to paper with Barcelona. The British media is saying that he's got 1 foot in Old Trafford. Now, where is he going to go? I don't know. We're going to have to wait and see. But I can guarantee you he's not staying at Atletico de Madrid, and it's going to be one of those two teams. I would want to see him at Manchester United. I want to see Man U resurrect again. I really don't see a place. Well, for a player like Turan, there's always a place in the team. But the way Barca is playing, I really don't know if it's a smart idea to pull somebody out of that midfield to put Turan, or even put him on the bench if you would be happy with that. So I really don't know about that. Felipe Melo, another player that used to play on Juventus, was on the peak of his career, kind of left the European spotlight a little bit, went to go play at Galatasaray. He's been doing pretty good over there. Now he's basically set in stone too, just needs to put pen to paper with Inter Milan. Again, Inter Milan building this Brazilian slash young team, which I'm very interested in seeing. We all have heard the Sergio Ramos and the Otamendi situations. Otamendi negotiating with Real Madrid, basically to substitute Sergio Ramos, which is on his way out. 1.5 foot in Old Trafford, which will be a smart and good move. Tevez, surprisingly, gave up everything and his reputation in Europe and went back to Argentina. Now, I think that's more of a personal decision he made, a family decision that was not looking towards his career, that was not looking towards money. I think he's kind of tired. He wants to rest a little bit. I don't know if he's ever going to go back to Europe or not, but he's basically saying, you know what, for now I'm good. I've got enough money. That's basically the way they think. Let me go be happy and play my football where I began. Thiago Silva, Juventus has made it clear that they do have interest on signing him. Now, the question there would be how much. He's not in the best phase of his career. He is a great defender, probably one of the best in the world. According to some, the best in the world at the moment. I disagree. I don't even think he's our 4th best defender in Brazil. So, again, Juventus has come forward and saying they do have some interest in signing Thiago Silva, which, yeah, don't do that, Juventus. Now we all know Peter Cech signed with Arsenal. That is pretty interesting. That was kind of given, though. He lost space to Courtois. There's no way to put that kid on the bench. To me, by far the best goalie in the world, despite what some of you Manuel Neuer, or some call Neuer, or some call Neuer fans are gonna say, Courtois to me is the best of the best. And to wrap up, old news, about 2 weeks old now, or a week and a half, Roberto Firmino on Liverpool. So, thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to subscribe. Leave your comments below. Tell me what you think. And I'll be happy to reply to you guys. But we got some more European transfer market. And as far as the Brazilian transfer market goes, I will be bringing up another video this week as far as that. Thank you.